When your home requires heating, a small circulating pump that only draws 22 watts is automatically turned on, and heat is then transferred via a second coil to water circulating as a closed loop around the hydronic circuit. Now naturally there is a backup on-demand booster system powered by either natural gas, LPG, off-peak electricity or solid fuel for those cooler days in the middle of winter. And if the tank drops below a set temperature, the auxiliary heater will automatically be activated. As a huge free bonus, your household hot water is simply drawn from the top of the tank, replaced and heated again. The pump that circulates the water from the tank to the solar collectors automatically switches itself on via a solar controller when the water in the collector is hotter than the water in the tank. The other pump supplies either the hydronic system or the pool heating and will automatically turn on or off depending on heating demands from either the hydronic or pool thermostat. The whole operation is controlled by a state-of-the-art computerized controller, the SSV7. This incredibly easy to program controller is simple and efficient, all at the press of just a few buttons. The SSV7 controls your home's total heating needs by monitoring the solar collector, tank, home and pool or spa temperatures, and diverts heated water to where it is needed the most via a series of high temperature motorized valves automatically. It really is an incredibly efficient, easy to use system. Just set it and sit back and relax. Remember, there's a backup on-demand booster system for those cooler days in the middle of winter. Having said that, an evacuated glass tube panel will pick up solar energy from sunrise till sunset, even on cold, overcast winter days. You will be surprised just how little boost assistance the system will need. Okay, let's recap on a few facts. HeatSeeker Supreme is the most efficient and comfortable heating technology available, offering many advantages over conventional methods of central heating, including piping hot water when and where you need it.
The double-walled vacuum tube, combined with the heat-absorbing inner treatment, maximizes heat collection and minimizes heat loss. Because of its design, the cylindrically constructed evacuated glass tube allows optimum solar radiation collection, from sun-up to sundown. A flat-plate panel system is different. It is only truly effective when the sun is right over the top of the collector, depending on the installation site around midday.
The facts are, an energy-efficient home using the HeatSeeker Supreme system can cut their CO2 emissions by 75%. Fossil fuels will not last forever, and their price will keep going up, while solar energy is free and everlasting. Quite simply, HeatSeeker Supreme is a complete modern-day household heating solution. We all have to protect the environment so that generations to come can enjoy and utilise what nature has provided. HeatSeeker Supreme.
I think it's important to say that they backed up what they said they'd do. And because this was a difficult job, we had hitches along the way, as all jobs do. But they backed it up, they solved the problems, and we've ended up with a system, and it's now nearly 3 years since the system was installed. So I was one of the early adopters of the evacuated panels, one of the very early adopters, and I can say that the initial experience was good, and over the period I've been very happy, and I haven't had any maintenance calls. And that's probably an important point to make, is that if you get something new, you don't want it to be the source of ongoing problems, and it hasn't been. The reason to use evacuated tubes is that they're more efficient, and inevitably when you're absorbing heat from the sun, you're also going to be radiating heat or conducting heat away from the hot surface you've heated. So when the sun strikes the normal flat panels, you're actually getting heat being conducted away from the water and then radiated out again. With the evacuated tube, because there's a vacuum around it, then you don't get the conductive heat loss associated with that. So you get the black surface absorbs the sun's energy, as infrared, warms the water, and then the water flows into the system. So you either get a higher temperature for the same area, or you can use a smaller number of panels or a smaller number of tubes to get the same effect. We've got a system that's not only working, but I think gives very good quality heat. And I think people don't understand what quality of heat is until they try hydronic. They don't realise what they're missing. And that again is all about using the best technology. And I guess I'll make the point again is you get what you pay for, and if you use the latest technology that works and is proven, you're going to get a better result than if you use something that's 20 years old, that's proven, but is already 20 years old. In this area, the technology is advancing quite quickly, and people should be aware of that. And whereas hydronic was uneconomic and solar was uneconomic a few years ago, it's not anymore, and people need to think differently. It's the only difference you notice is you've got the solar panels on the roof, and these days that's a small price to pay for firstly reducing the greenhouse gas emissions, and secondly to reduce costs as fuel prices go up.